Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, currently 9:50 in the morning. We've been online since about 9:30 or so. Did our first delivery here from Chick-fil-A. It was showing us 625. It became 675. Nothing crazy, but it's been pretty slow. It looks like it's gonna rain and it's kind of chilly, but at the same time, it's just, overcast, I guess. So we'll see what happens. If you guys watched yesterday's video, I'm having a little issue here with Capital One. And the guy told me yesterday, he said, hey, yeah, all your payments are going to go through and it's not a problem. Oh, yeah, they're going through, but they're just putting in my account deeper in the negatives. So that's fun. Anyways, basically want to do as much as we can to, fund back my account until Capital One reimburses me. But it's kind of hard to do with all these 525 orders. I wanted to get out here earlier, and then I had forgotten. I didn't tell you guys this, but my dryer actually stopped working a couple of days ago. So I put in a work order. So today they actually came to look at it, of course, today, out of all days, in the morning. But they got it fixed, so that's always good. Because not having a dryer really sucks. Once you're used to having a dryer, I was like, now I have to go to a laundromat. So it took us, it took them like a week to get someone out here. But it's all good now, it's all fixed. All the problems are slowly getting fixed. So today for a goal, man, I don't even know what a good goal is for today. I'm gonna say 250. Mainly because we started kind of early, so I think that's pretty doable till 7:30. Why not, right? Anyways, let me get back to the town center and we'll see you guys on the first order. Or the second order, my bad. Alrighty guys, after a little bit of waiting, we finally got our next order, our second order, from Silver Diner. We just dropped it off. It went from 675 to I believe 775. Now we're sitting at 1450 for the entire day, declining some super low paying orders from the Madeline, I think, or the Madeline, Le Belen, however you say the actual name of that place. It's got every single cheap person for sure. Now we're gonna go to Ted's Bulletin. We just got our next order here from Grubhub. That's a first, right? And forever, showing 1223 for the payout, less than 5 miles. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and pick it up. I haven't had a Grubhub order in forever, like a very long time, at least 2 weeks, if not more. So, look at this though, 10:27 a.m. pickup. It's 10:15, and I'm only 5 minutes away from Grubhub. So there's no way it's ready. Man, that sucks. That's the one thing I don't like about Grubhub is the waiting. I feel like when they give you the orders, when they send the order to the restaurant, as opposed to like, maybe DoorDash or all the other apps. I feel like they send them to the restaurant first, and then they find a driver. I don't know. Hopefully we can find a parking spot close by, and then I'm still gonna go in and check, because that's what you want to do just in case that it is ready. But I highly doubt it. Anyways, let me get this picked up, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the order picked up here from Ted's. It was not ready, but it definitely helped that I came early, because I heard the girl, telling the kitchen like, oh, he's already here. Like, I know it's for later, but can I get it now? So always go in early, even if, you are extremely early. It is what it is. But yeah, in the entire time I was waiting for the order, I got a bunch of garbage from DoorDash. Nothing worth taking. I should really take screenshots of everything so I can show you guys, because I feel like a lot of people think that my area is just always great all the time, and I get these bangers all the time, which it's true some of the time, and then most of the time it's just like everybody else's area. I get bombarded with no tippers, slow tippers, or just orders that don't make any sense, miles wise. So there's that. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off here from Grubhub, from Ted's. It was 12:23, but we knew that already because, they don't play no games, unlike DoorDash. But anyways, we're making our way back here towards the town center. It's 10:40 in the morning, so, right before, I would say, pre-lunch. Not too bad. And I was brainstorming with my friends last night, and we were thinking about, like, where does someone get my bank info from my card? And we were thinking, there's this place in DC, it was one of the clubs we went to, like, in early April, that randomly they charged me, like, $10, like, a month afterwards. And then when I called them, they were like, oh, yeah, we just forgot to put the tip in, which is true, I remember that. But it was so weird that they realized that, like, almost a whole month later. That's where I'm thinking it happened, but it could be wrong, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna take cash with me whenever we go out next time, because right now, well, for one, right now, your boy is broke. Nobody's broke at the moment until we get our money back, and until whatever we finish with dashing today. But yeah, so I told him, hey, don't even hit me up. I'm not going out anywhere right now. I need to make my money back or get my money back. You know, so I'm probably gonna, you know, work harder than I normally do. I mean, it is what it is, right? Anyways, let me get back to the town center. We'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, so we were heading back. I mean, I'm still heading back. Then I got this order right here from the Bagel Cafe. Now, the Bagel Cafe is like the biggest like red flag of a restaurant in my market. They're just way too busy, yet somehow they do all the apps. Like, if you want to go there and wait, you can, right? I choose not to, of course. This order came along here showing, I believe this is a $17.25 payout, but then Para came across the screen saying it's gonna be almost $25. And the miles are kind of wacky because it's going a weird route. Like, it wants me to go all the way out just to come back in. So I'm pretty sure the miles are kind of off. So I think it's less mileage. Now, the biggest question mark here is if the food is gonna be ready. That's the biggest issue right here, because they're really slow. Now, it doesn't have to be there till 11:30. It's only 10:43. Pickup time is 10:50 though. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, just risk it and see how long it is until the food is ready. Or maybe the food is ready, I don't know. If the food is ready, then this is a no-brainer. If they tell me it's gonna be like 20 minutes, I'm probably gonna unassign, because then I feel like I'm gonna, you know, waste too much time waiting for this order. But we'll see. I'm kind of excited though, because it'll be our first banger of the day, assuming that, you know, we follow through with it. So let's see what happens. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, we got the food picked up. So I get there, right? And she's like, oh, who are you waiting for? And I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for so-and-so. They're like, okay, the food's ready. We just gotta write all the names down because they want everything written. And I'm like, okay, cool. So you would think that would take maybe 2 to 3 minutes, right? It took almost 10. But you know what? It is what it is. Now we're back on the road at 11 o'clock on the dot. It's supposed to be picked up at 10:52, I think. So not the end of the world. We're only 13 minutes away, so there's that. Plus, knowing that it's gonna be at least 25 bucks also helps. So let me get this dropped off, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off, and it was $25.41. It was going to this like super secure facility, but the guy was waiting for me outside. He kept saying like security is always a pain. Oh, look at this one. Oh, we're taking this one 100%. I don't even care what Paris says. 9 items, 2.9 miles from Santini's, showing a $6.25 payout. 9 items. Let me see. Let me look at Para now that I have a second. Real quick. Oh yeah. It even has a little unicorn thing on it. It's gonna be a $33 payout. You best believe we're jumping on it. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm so thankful that we're getting lucky with these orders, because we really need it. Anyways, let me first of all, I have no idea where the Santini's is at, because I'm kind of like out of my element. But it's only 2 minutes away, so that's always a plus. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we got the order picked up. Unfortunately, these pizzas are huge. They do not fit in my catering bag, let alone the DoorDash bag. So if you can see, they're up top over there. They're super like humongous. Like, makes sense though. 8 pizzas is like almost $200, I think. So luckily the food was basically almost ready. Did a little bit of waiting. And it took me a while to get him to the car, because this shopping center, it's kind of weird. The parking lot isn't exactly next to it. There's like a solid like 2 to 3, maybe a 4 or 5 minute walk, depending on where you park. But we got it. Now we're only 6 minutes away, or 1.8 miles. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off. It was going to a Volvo dealership. First of all, didn't even realize Volvos had dealerships. I don't really see a lot of Volvos on the road. But anyways, it was going to the technicians. I'm guessing they were feeding them. But yeah, luckily the front desk person helped me out, because I told him, you don't have to help me, but it'll be quicker. And he's like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Perfect, say less. And Para was right, ended up being $32.75. So now we're basically sitting around, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta factor in the order here from Grubhub. I wanna say like $85, give or take. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it's around. Anyways, now we have a 20-minute drive back to the town center, but if we get something along the way, you know, we're definitely gonna jump on it for sure. Because right now, this area right here, I didn't realize it was just full of dealerships. So I'm sure they probably order a ton of food every single day. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, so we've been heading back to the town center, and I was getting a bunch of bad orders until eventually this one came from the Bagel Cafe. Now, like I said before, I don't normally come here, but 625, I think it was like less than 2 miles, and it's really at an off time for a bagel place to be busy. So I walked in there, walked right out, the food was ready. Now we're only 2 minutes away. Let's go. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, so dropping off the order from the bagel cafe, I still kept getting nothing but garbage, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm thinking DoorDash is like buffering me, or just sending me waves of trash in the hopes that I take one of them. I'm not. I'm really not. I just waited, and I was like, the next best thing we get, we're gonna take it. And that's exactly what I did. This order here from Chick-fil-A, $7.25, a couple of items. I think it was going like less than 3.5 miles. Just a nice, simple order. The food was ready. I'm not expecting it to go, you know, any higher than what it is. I just want to complete an order and keep it moving. So yeah, anyway, it's currently 12:27, and if I'm not mistaken, after doing this order, we'll be almost at $100. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so they're dropping off the order from Chick-fil-A. We have not gotten anything. I mean, it's been like 10 minutes, and I'm like, what is going on? It's the middle of lunch. It was like 12:35 or whatever it was. Nothing. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna go into, like, I gotta change the way my mind works right now. We're gonna go into Dash saving mode, meaning that I'm gonna go ahead and take everything and anything that makes sense, you know, when it comes to the dollar to mile ratio. Probably a little bit more mileage than what I normally do. So when this order came along from Sweet Green, $11, I think it's like 5 miles, 2 orders. Now they're not great, okay, but the cash flow is key here, and the fact that I don't do any waiting whatsoever at Sweet Green is really the main reason why I took it. Had it been any other merchant, probably would not have taken it, but because it is Sweet Green and they're always, you know, they're always on their game, I was like, you know what, we can get this dropped off in like 12 minutes or less. Now we're back on the road. The food was ready for both orders. But yeah, I don't know what's up with lunch. I mean, it started off great. Clearly, you know, we had those bangers earlier from Santini's, and then the banger from the Bagel Cafe. I think after that, it just like nosedived. So we're gonna have to just basically do what I did yesterday and just take as many orders as possible. That makes sense to keep us active. And you know, as long as the dollar to mile ratio makes sense, I'm all for it. Anyways, let me get these two dropped off, and hopefully things will turn around. It's currently 12:50. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the orders dropped off from Sweet Green, and it went from $11 to $12.50. So it made the orders even better. Both of them had tips on it. The only problem is that, you know, when they do a stack, typically the second order has less base pay. So that's why that one became $5. But regardless, we're over $100, which is awesome. It's only 105, so we got plenty of time by 7:30 to get to hopefully 250, if not more. So yeah, hopefully it picks up, because I don't know what's up with this lunch, like I said. So I'm just hoping that maybe from 1 to 5 it's busier. I don't know, it's kind of weird to say, right? That the slow times might be busier than lunch. I don't know. Hopefully though. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, after dropping off the orders here from Sweet Green, we made it back. I took this order here from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, showing $7.50. I think it was going almost 5 miles, and honestly, it was because it was the first order that I had gotten in at least, I don't know, 12 minutes maybe. And it wasn't bad, you know, especially because I know Tropical Smoothie is pretty fast, and most of those miles were from where I was at to the restaurant. So there's that. We got that one dropped off, and then we picked up this one right here showing $8. I want to say 4.2 miles. Again, these are not the greatest of orders, but for the slow times, which is right now between 1 and 5, you know, I'm gonna have to flex my my standards a little bit, because I'd rather do this and not, you know, be parked and waiting for like 10 to 12 minutes or more, you know, as opposed to just knowing that this is probably gonna be ready and I can knock it out in less than 12 to 15 minutes, you know. So that's kind of my logic behind it. I don't know if you guys are experiencing the same things my area is going through right now, but for whatever reason, the last few days, lunch, it's slow, and then when it's supposed to be slow, it's relatively busy, and vice versa, right? So I don't know what's going on. Is summer slowdown here yet? I really don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's here quite yet. I think it's almost here. But I mean, I'm looking at the numbers, you know, looked at what we made last year. And yes, you could argue last year COVID was a lot stronger than what it is now. I get all that. I'm not saying I'm going to replicate that, but I'm saying it's still possible to make, you know, maybe something close to that amount. You know, if I can get to 5,000 for the month, I'd be excited, you know. So I don't know. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and we'll probably catch up in a few hours so we don't make the video crazy long. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, it's been maybe like an hour and a half since we last checked in. Last time was around 1:45. It's 3:20 right now, so it's been, you know, a decent amount of time. We've done a few orders here, and we've tried to stay as busy as possible. I think we've done pretty good, honestly. We're sitting basically almost at $155, which is pretty good. Again, the goal for today was $250 by 7:30. Can we do it? I like to think so. As long as we have a normal dinner, I think it's possible. I've done what I can right now to stay as busy as possible. Taking some, a little bit higher mileage orders, but again, that's kind of like my plan at the moment. It's more about the cash flow and the dollar amounts right now, because eventually we're gonna drive the miles regardless, So as long as we keep track of the miles, I think it's gonna be fine. But right now I'm getting a bunch of like crappy orders, like literally. Look at this one. One item, 7 miles, $7. Might as well give DoorDash some money, But anyways, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord and you want to keep the conversation going, go ahead. The link is in the description. It's absolutely free. Just, good vibes. I think we have more than 50 people right now, which is pretty good. And we're almost at 1950 subscribers, which is only 50 away from the goal of 2,000, guys. So close. But yeah, if you guys watch the videos and you want to just, become part of the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If not, just keep watching. That's cool too, but hit the like. Anyways, let me see how long it takes us to get another order. It's 3:22 and it's been like about 10 minutes since we last got an order, so it's kind of scary, but it is what it is. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, so we just picked up our next order here from Chick-fil-A, and that was quite the experience, right? So there was another lady that was standing to the side, so I thought she was already been helped. So I approached the guy at the counter. Hey, I'm picking up for so-and-so. I showed them my phone because they want to see my phone. They gave me the food, and then I hear her say, hey, I'm picking up for the same customer. So I'm like, that's weird. So then everyone kind of paused, and we all looked at each other. Her phone, my phone, exact same order, right? So they were like, well, we only made one because we thought it was a mistake, right? Which is what I assumed. But I told her, I was like, well, you can at least call support or maybe call her, because you came to Chick-fil-A, you're at least gonna get paid something, So definitely weird. I've never seen something like that before, and it was definitely the same customer, same items. So when I left, she was calling the customer just to see if they had placed the order twice. I don't know. But then they were also saying that there's days sometimes where like the DoorDash system like glitches and it sends them the orders multiple times. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of expecting to get a phone call here from support, asking if I delivered the order or something like that. We're only 3 minutes away. She lives super close, so I don't know. Has that ever happened to you guys when you get to a restaurant, there's another Dasher with the exact same order, but you get the food first? I feel kind of bad, but she was super nice, very nice Dasher. She was like, oh no, it's okay. You grab the food, you go ahead and go, you take it. I'll call DoorDash. I'll call the customer. I'm like, yo, call the support so you can at least get half pay, because she was there waiting. So I don't know. Anyways, it's 3:34. This one was paying $7.50. And you know what's crazy about this is that most of the mileage was because I was so far away from it. So I think it was $7.50, like almost 4 miles. But again, if not, I think more than half of the miles were because I was so far. So it is what it is. And you get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order dropped off. It was leave on my door, but the girl actually came to the door. So I asked her, and she was like, yeah, I placed 2 orders by accident. And she called me. I told her to just come deliver it anyway, so I'll eat it anyways. So as I'm leaving, I saw the Dasher pull up. So she's pulling up also at the same time as I'm leaving, and she's pulling up right now. I'm gonna see if I can get her on camera. I think I can do that with this one. I don't know. Maybe it's not letting me. Maybe I can't. I thought I could, but let me see here if it lets me. Why doesn't it let me do it? It doesn't let me. I don't think so. Well, she was here anyways. You might see her card, maybe you won't. I don't know. But I was trying to flip the camera, but I don't know why I can't. iPhone issues, I'm more of an Android person, but it's all good. Now we are currently sitting at, let me see. Oh, almost 163, 164, I think, which is pretty good. Currently 3:39, so we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, we just picked up our next order here from Grill Kebab. Now, I don't normally like coming to Grill Kebab because they're really, really slow, but 625, low miles, only 1 item. So I was like, you know what? It's got to be ready. And the food was ready, so now we have a 2-minute drive to the drop-off, which is great. Oh, man, what a day. I feel like I've done so much today, even though I feel like it's probably about the same, I just wish lunch would have been normal. I mean, before lunch, like, maybe not before, but like, I don't know how to describe it. At some point, lunch was fine, and then the next thing you know, it stopped. It stopped being fine. It became a whole new animal, a really slow animal, you know. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens today at dinner. But I think so far we're still, you know, doing well. Again, for me, it's always the hardest to make the first $100. I feel like it's that mental hurdle. And once we get past that, I feel like it becomes a little bit easier. It's just now, you know, a race against the clock, really. You know, but we'll see. I think regardless, we're still doing really well. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order dropped off, and then right away we got this one right here from North Italia. 7:25, I think like 3 miles. I'm like, why not? I'm still in this grind mode, you know, from 1 till 5. I think after that, I think we can be a little more picky. But I think even then, I think I'm gonna keep it the same, you know, because we're like slowly, you know, I'm in a, what's the word? Like, I have a good rhythm where I'm just like dropping things off, picking things up, you know, everything makes sense. We're averaging 47 miles per gallon. What's not to love? Of course, except for the fact that people that stole my money. But it's all good though. Karma will get to them. It's all good. Plus, we'll get our money back eventually, so no worries there. But yeah, so let me get this picked up on North Italia. We'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, after dropping off the order from North Italia, we were driving back, and then I was like, you know what? I gotta use the bathroom. Santini's has like the most stalls. I know it's kind of random, but the most stalls of any place in my area, because most of the restaurants here are like single bathrooms, you know. So I'm like, there's a higher probability of me actually being able to use the bathroom at Santini's, and they're like smack in the middle between a bunch of the restaurants. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead, you know, use the bathroom, hang out, basically. So after using the bathroom, I was just in the car chilling, just parked in the lot in the middle between the town center and then the little shopping center where Finta is. And I've started to realize that the slow times have shifted from 2 to 3. Now it's 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is probably my slowest hour right now. So when this one came along, I'm like, you know what? It's not a bad order. $7, I think, from California Tortilla. I rarely get orders from them, let alone good ones. You know, so I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and jump on this. It can be our last official slow order, or like, you know, from the slow times. But I think overall we're doing really well. If I'm not mistaken, we're sitting after this. We're gonna be like in the 180s. So we should definitely hit 200 for sure. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we do it dropped off, and actually when I was driving there, the customer messaged me on the in-app messaging saying, hey, I'm running behind, I'm not at the hotel yet, can you leave it with the front desk? I'm like, cool, no problem. So I get there, the guy was like, do you have his room number? And I'm like, I don't. You have his name? And I'm like, I got his first name. And then he's like, oh yeah, I just saw you checked in through the app. Cool. So they have like a little table for deliveries. Left it there. The order went from $7 to $8.25. Let's go. Now I'm here declining a bunch of like low paying orders from this one Indian restaurant that I don't know if maybe like they have some kind of promotion going on, but everybody orders from them, but nobody tips, you know, which is like, I don't think they understand that that's part of the whole part of ordering. Like if you want to get your food, you have to tip. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, but we're getting our next order here. Something simple, nothing crazy. 2 items, 2.9 miles, $6.25 from Silver Diner. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, we got the food picked up, and I'm probably not gonna go back to Silver Diner for the rest of the day. They're usually really good, except right now, it's like only managers doing like regular employees positions, and you can tell they're either out of practice or they just flat out have never done it before, and that's common. You know, you get a manager, they come in, they're new, and they just boss people around, and when said people are not here, they gotta do it, and they can do it. So that's basically what's happening right now at my Silver Diner. So at least for the remaining of the day, I'm not gonna go there. Like literally it took 4 of them to help me, and it was just 2 like kids meals and like some milk. So yeah, usually when the high school employees there, or like, you know, early 20s, whatever they might be, they're on point. So if anything, I got lucky that the food was ready, because the kitchen is still being run by normal staff, not the managers, which is kind of crazy. But anyways, we have a 4-minute drive. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we got the order dropped off here from Silver Diner. Then we got this order here right away from Willer's Barbecue, and this one I honestly wasn't gonna take it because it is a little bit up in the miles, showing for a 10.50 payout, and I think Para says it's gonna be 11.25. But I don't know why. I just feel like I should. I don't even know how to describe the feeling, but I have a hunch, a gut feeling, if you will, that if I don't take this, I'm gonna be waiting for a while. So worst case scenario, we're getting 10.50, double digits, good decent payout. If the food isn't ready, then we'll unassign, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be ready. So anyways, we're just baby stepping it, and I think after this, we shall be over $200. let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the food picked up. It was ready. Willard's Barbecue, man, they never fail me. Usually we get some bangers from them, normal orders. The food's always ready. Like, I wish that almost every restaurant could be like that, you know? When you walk in and you know it's ready. Anyways, we were there 10 minutes before the pickup time and the food was ready. Now we only have a 12-minute drive. Let's get it. Alrighty guys, so we got the order from Willard's Barbecue dropped off, and as I was dropping it off, my friend called me and he said, hey, do you have your little tire machine thing? And I was like, my little tire inflator? Absolutely. He's like, yo, can I get it? I'm like really low. I'm like a mile away from the house. The problem is he's like 30 minutes away from where I was. And I said, hey man, no problem. It's all good. You know, so we're heading towards him now. And then I'm just gonna hit Dash now in his area. I've never dashed there before because it lives like in a different zone. So we'll see what happens. But regardless, we're already over the $200 milestone. So it is what it is. I think we should still be able to make some money even if I don't know the area, you know? Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, so we're all done helping my friend out. He had enough air to make it to his house and just put the spare on. Now I'm dashing in his area, and honestly, his area sucks. I've been online for like 15-20 minutes. Nothing but straight garbage. I went to the closest hotspot, which probably isn't the best move, but it is also the closest like shopping center with a bunch of restaurants. And so we got this order here from Pizza Hut and Wingstop, two restaurants that I don't really go to that often because they're not that many in my area. But it was paying $12, 2 miles, so you know, at least $6 a pop, plus the miles make sense. I'm just glad that we did over $200, so this is more like a bonus, like a plus, you know. So I'm hoping we can do us maybe 220. Who knows? It is 6:50, so I basically have about maybe another 20 minutes. We're gonna be done with these orders in the next 5 minutes or so. So I think we could do 1 or maybe 2 more orders, if that, before having to call it a day. Mainly because I'm further out from my job than I usually am, you know. But regardless, it's still pretty much a successful day. So hopefully we can get some more. It looks like it was gonna rain, like you see these clouds, but then, you know, they're just there for show, I guess. So let me get this dropped off and then we'll see you guys hopefully on the next order. Alrighty guys, we got both orders dropped off. It went from $12 to $16.16. Not too bad, it's $6.59. So I'm gonna give it like 10 more minutes, and if we get something cool, and if we don't, it is what it is. Definitely glad on Dash here. First of all, this area is huge. I'm gonna see if I can put a screenshot of how big the area is. So it covers a lot for sure. But definitely first impressions, straight garbage. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we are out of time. I underestimated how far I was from my job. I put it in the GPS and it was like 27 minutes, almost half an hour, and I was like, whoa. So I ended my dash. We're gonna finish at $219.80, basically almost 220 bucks, which is pretty good. I was shooting for 250, but you know, things happen, like the thing with my friend. I think if he didn't need me, I think I would have definitely hit at least 240, you know? But that's okay, that's what friends are for. And now he knows to buy one of his own little Hyper Tough things, which is basically like a little air pump, you know, for your tires. I definitely recommend you guys having that. Tire plug kit, so you can plug your tires if you need to. You should definitely know how to do that. What else do I have? I do have jumper cables as a must. That's basically it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but for the moment, that's all I can think of. Anyways, I'm gonna put up all the screenshots. Thank you guys so much for coming along in today's dash. If you want to keep the conversation going, go to the Discord. If not, like and subscribe. That's also cool too. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. We'll see you guys next time.